Hey there everyone, welcome to the Daremore's live stream here on Facebook. My name is Vickie Howell. I am a US based designer and media presenter and author, and I've teamed up with Daremore's to produce a couple of yarn lines. Last week or a couple weeks ago, you might remember that I jumped on Facebook to talk to you about Wool Pack a Chunky. Today I'm going to show you mod wool. This is a superwash wool that is super soft roving yarn, and I did it all in mod colors. So that means it's a throw to the 1960s. And then I named them as well. So this is Kennedy Coral, Go-Go Gray, Black Cadillac, Mellow Yellow, Apollo Aran, Groovy Green, I think this is Poolside Pink, and Aqua Oasis. Super soft, fun, and there's a ton of patterns up on daremores.com that you can check out with that use that yarn. But why I'm really here today is to show you how to crochet a really cute little hexagon, bobbled hexagon, using this yarn because as of this morning, I have a new pattern out. The actual sample is in the UK, and as I mentioned, I'm US based. I'm in Austin, Texas. So I have to just show you on my iPad. You can kind of see, you can also see the studio lights in the background. This awesome sort of thick, I'll post a link to it so you don't have to look at this weird screen, but I have a really wide hexy scarf that I just love. It's very sort of like anthropology looking. You can wear it, it's folded in half here. You can wear it kind of as a shawl or as a really thick, lush super scarf. Those are really on trend right now. And I love big pieces that can be made modularly because that means that you can make them on the go. If you're just making little hexagons at a time, you could take this on the tube. You could take these, you know, if you're carpooling or if you're sitting on the sidelines of your kids' like football game or whatever, you can always be making them and then piece them together at home, which is awesome. So if you're watching in the UK, it is evening time or almost evening time. So I'm so happy that you could join me. If you're in the US, it's still morning. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip the camera. I have to be honest with you, these live videos are shot on a phone, so the switch around is not always the most graceful, but you know, we live it and learn it together. And then if you have any questions as we go, I'm here to answer them. I try to scroll up as I can, but if I'm also using my hands, sometimes I miss some of them. Yvonne, nice to see you. It's put together. She's asking if it's put together crocheted or sewed. I crocheted it together. Here, I'll show you. I'm making I'm super into black and white right now, as you can see. And so I'm making a black and white version. And so I use single crochet. I didn't weave in my ends yet, through just only one of the loops so that you get kind of a cool, you can see kind of a cool seamed, almost rib effect. This is a nice sort of exposed seam effect, which I really like. And the instructions for all of that, you can buy either the PDF, digital PDF, or I think they have printed patterns as well. You can also buy all the yarn for it on daremores.com. So I'm going to show you from beginning to end how to make one of these hexagons, and I'm going to use both US and UK terms because they're a little bit different for crochet. The pattern is written in US terms, but we've got the UK glossary next to it, so it's super easy to translate, and I'm just going to back it up here by going over them. So we're going to do a little flip around. I'm going to move over some supplies, and then we'll get started. All right, just talk amongst yourselves as I flip around. All right, so first I want to make sure that we've got plenty of light. I'm going to scoot that over, and we'll get started. So again, this is what we're making, one of these hexagons. So this hexagon is made using only 3 rounds, so it's really quick, so even though that this is kind of a big piece, because it's nice and open, it makes up really fast. Okay, so you're going to start, let's see if I can position myself so it's easiest for you to see. I've got my Castaway Coral mod wool, and I'm going to start with a slip knot. To make a slip knot, you're just going to make a little loop-de-loop or kind of a cursive E with your yarn, and take whichever strand is on top and put it under the loop and then push it through that hole, and you'll see a new loop come up. Now the reason why you make a slip knot and not just a knot is because a slip knot you can pull so you can make it larger and smaller really simply. You want to place it on your hook and then pull that so that it's firm, but it can still easily slide back and forth. All right, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to chain 6. Hi, Chris. Chris wants to know if I'm doing regular demos on Thursdays for Darramores yet. They have not asked me to, but if any of you find these demos helpful, please let them know, and maybe we could work that out. Okay, so I'm chaining 6. And then I'm going to join the chain to make in the round to form a ring. So I want to do that by inserting the hook in the first chain that we made and slip stitching. So to slip stitch, you just lay the yarn over and you pull it through the first loop to connect it and the second loop, which is where we were at before we started the joining process. So now you have a ring. You can see that you've got kind of a hole in the center of it. Okay, good so far? Let me see some thumbs up. All right, from here, we are going to chain 6 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now this chain is going to count as 3 chains and 1 double crochet in the US terms or treble crochet in the UK terms. I'm going to just kind of use them. I'm going to use both terms as often as possible so that we can kind of cover viewers from around the world. All right, so from here, we are going to begin round 1. So we're going to do 1 double crochet or treble crochet, depending on if you're American or UK. Chain 3. And you're going to repeat that process for a total of 5 times. So just to go over it, a double crochet for US or a treble for UK is completed by yarning over the hook, inserting it for this purpose through the center of the ring, laying the yarn over the hook again and pulling it through. That step just gets you over to the next position. Then you're going to yarn over and pull through 2 loops twice and then chain 3. Okay, so you're going to continue that all the way around until you have completed all 5, and as we said before, we'll actually have 6 because we counted that initial chain as part of the process. We know we're making a hexagon, so we need 6 of everything. All right, so I've worked my last bit and now I'm ready to join the round. Now sometimes people can wonder, gosh, where do I join this? Well, we're counting this as chain 3s, so we know this first one was our slip stitch, so let's not count that. So 1, 2, 3. And we can double check because we knew that this was counting as a double crochet or a treble crochet if you're using UK terms, which we know is about 3 chains high. And then we needed 3 extra chains. Well, I can see that I've got 1, 2, 3 there. I think we've got it. I think we've gotten it. This is not life or death though. If you miscalculate by 1 chain, I don't think it's going to ruin the world or your scarf. All right. So we're going to yarn over and pull through. And now that round is joined. So super cute already. Doesn't look very hexagon-y, but it's adorable, and that's really all that matters, right? But don't worry, it will take shape soon. So now we're going to start on our bobble row. So to start, we need to get the height of the bobbles. So for the very first stitch, we're going to chain 3 just to get the height, and we're going to alter the bobble that we do the rest of the round just for this one because we need to incorporate this chain, that height, just in this little general area. So we are going to bobble, we're going to yarn over, pull through once. This is just the beginning bobble. Twice, 3 times, each pulling up kind of equidistant from the center. You don't need to obsess over if they're not exactly the same, no big whoop, but just as kind of tall as you want your bobble. Then the last time you yarn over and you pull through all those loops plus, and it all fell off. And this is a great teaching moment. So sometimes that happens. This is really lovely yarn that's soft and slick, so sometimes it can fall off. No big deal. We just pull it out and we do it again. So we're going to yarn over 1, 2, 3. pull it through all loops, including the one that we started. So that is our beginning bobble. Okay, from here we need to get over to this next chain space, right? So I say right, you're not reading the pattern. I'm telling you, yes, right. So what we're gonna do is we are going to chain 5, and that's enough to get us over to where we need to be. So from here, we're gonna start our regular bobbles that we'll be doing in all of the chain spaces around. So we're going to yarn over, and this time, we're going to do the yarn over, pull up through a loop 4 times instead of 3 because we don't have that chain 3 to add. I think that was 4. Our last one we yarn over, pull through all of the loops on the hook, and we've got like a little cutie pie bobble. Isn't that so cute? Okay, and then we're going to continue around. So we would chain 5, and then create that bobble. I'm going to show the bobble one more time just in case it was confusing for anyone. I'm yarning over, I'm pulling a loop up once, yarning over twice, 3 times, 4 times, and then I'm going to yarn over. Thank you, Pamela, for already sharing this video. That's awesome. Yarn over, pull through all 3 loops, and then I'm going to do my chain 5 again. So you're just going to repeat as the pattern calls for all the way around, and what you will get is something that looks like this. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bobbles. We said before we're making a hexagon, so we want sets of 6, so we know we're right. So now we need to join, but we're also going to be joining. I just realized that I need some gray yarn. Hold on, let me grab that. We're also going to be joining a new color. But because the next part that we're going to be working on is actually going to be in this chain space, I need to join it over there. If I join it over here, I'm going to get these slip stitches of gray there, and it's going to look a little funky. So what I want to do is I want to join it at the top of the beginning chain 3, and I just slip it through under both of those loops, pull through. But I'm still not over to the position I want to be. So I'm going to go into the next stitch. That's kind of part of this bobble. I'm going to pull through. From here, though, this is where I want to join my next color because I'm going to be working in this chain 5 space. So I'm going to pull in my Go-Go Gray. Thank you, Yvonne, for sharing the video. I appreciate it. I'm going to insert my hook into that chain space. I'm going to lay over the new color and pull that through both the chain space and the loop. You probably need to take your working yarn from the other color and pull it a little bit and do the same with this. Okay, so now your new color is joined. From here, to start out the row, we are going to be doing sort of sets of double crochets if you're working in American terms, trebles if you're working in UK terms. So, but we need to start by getting the height for that, which we've talked about as 3 chains. Now this is the round where the magic happens to really create the shape of the hexagon. So I'm going to work 2 double crochets US, treble UK. This first stitch counted as a stitch, remember the chain 3 counted as a stitch, but then we need to chain 3 here, and this is what's going to create the points, and I'll show you in a second. So then we're going to work 3 more, and this is just the same process as I showed you earlier, the double crochet and or treble crochet depending on what country you're in. And you can see right here we've created our first corner with little edges. Okay, so I'm going to show you the next one. We're going to continue doing the same, well, something similar in all of these around, only we won't need to do that at beginning chain 3 because we already have the height we need. So in every chain space from now on, we are going to do 3 stitches. Again, double crochets if you are in the US, trebles if you are in the UK. Then we're going to work 3 chains for our corner. And 3 more stitches to complete what is now one side done. Can you see how it's really coming to shape? Now those straight edges, this sort of like round blobby thing is now really defined. So you're going to continue doing just what I did in this section through every chain 5 space that you see. And what you will get will look like this. We've worked all the way around. Again, we know that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is our 6th side, so we need to finish that. I can see that I've worked the first 3 stitches here and chained 3, but I need to do that last 3 grouping. One, 2, 3. Okay, from here I just need to join and then finish. So we need to join it with a slip stitch. Hi Chris in France, so nice to see you. I wish that my French was better. I was in 8th grade honors French and that was many, many years ago and I'm afraid that I have lost it. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Then I'm going to join that round with a slip stitch. I bring in my scissors. I cut, leaving a tail for weaving in later. Yarn over, pull it through. And that, my friends, is a hexagon. And then all you'll need to do is weave in the ends. And you'll make as many as the pattern calls for. I have a hat and a scarf. They're kind of sister projects that you can make that match. And you're just going to use single crochet to connect them. It's really fun project to make. I love hexagons. I don't know why I get really obsessed with shapes right now. But a ton of fun. All right, I'm going to flip it around and see if there's any questions. Oh, you just got my studio. And a way too close shot of my mouth. Sorry about that. So again, this is for the Hexie scarf and Hexie hat made with mod wool, which is by Vickie Howell for Daramore. That's me. So please go onto their website, daramores.com, grab the yarn and the pattern. You can download it right there. My printer is not awesome, so it'll look better than this. But you can grab it. Let me know if you like the yarn. It's so soft. I'm really, really happy with it. Also, if you found this tutorial helpful, please share it with your friends on Facebook. Just click that share and let the Daramores folks know if you would like me to come back and do more of these. Also, I did one of these a couple weeks ago showing how to join in the round if you were knitting with circular needles so that you could make some of my projects that are made with Woolpaca chunky. So if you're interested, just go to the Facebook page and you can kind of scroll down through the videos and you can find that. Also, if you ever have questions that I can answer every Monday on my own Facebook page, which is just at Vickie Howell, I do Ask Me Monday live stream videos. Please join me there. It's at 6 p.m. UK time, 12 p.m. my time in Austin, Texas. And lastly, the folks at Daramores have been so kind to donate a couple kits, one Woolpaca Chunky Cowl and one a kit for it, and one kit for mod wool wrist warmers that I've designed for a giveaway that I do every single year, and that's tomorrow. Starting tomorrow, you can find it through, I'll be posting about it on my own Facebook page tomorrow, and I'll ask the folks at Daramores to share it so you don't have to look too hard. But hello everyone, thank you so much. I see people from the UK, from France, from the US. Such a wonderful opportunity to get to hang out with you live and be with my knitting and crochet peeps. There's nothing I'd rather be doing. Thanks everyone, and I hope to see you back here soon. Bye.